building a physically dangerous man. Obviously, you cannot be dangerous without knowing how to fight. So boys, number one is learn to fight. Not because we want to go out and fight everybody, but to be competent in ourselves. It's going to give you confidence in yourself. Second thing, lift heavy. You want to be able to move fast. You want to be strong. You want to be dominant, but you also want to be explosive, okay? So it's all good being able to fight, but you also want to look good. You also want to be able to move athletically. You know, strength equals dominance. But, you know, you see those videos of like Bradley Martin, for example.
Beat me in a street fight?
Huh? You're a podcaster, brother.
It's one thing being big, but if you don't know how to fight, then you're fucked. Deadlifts, squats, benches, overhead presses. You want to focus on the compound lifts. You know, just moving as much weight, outputting as much power as possible, moving a lot of weight fast. Second is the explosiveness. You know, you want to be able to sprint fast. You want to be able to move quick. The way to do this is to do sprints. You want to be sprinting. You want to be doing sled pushes. You want to be doing kettlebell swings. Develop speed under tension. And not only is this great for being super athletic, but it's also going to raise your testosterone so much. Doing, say, 3 sprinting sessions a week, you're going to become dangerous. You're going to be producing so much human growth hormone, and you're going to be increasing your testosterone levels, that you're going to be an absolute weapon. Lastly, you're not just lifting weights, you're building a frame that commands respect. You see these people with those massive V-tabers, they look dangerous, they look aesthetic. It immediately just commands respect. Having that, as well as being able to move fast, push heavy, and know how to throw a punch if you have to, you are halfway to becoming an absolute weapon, all right? You're already dangerous. If your diet looks like shit, if you're eating seed oils, sugar, processed fucking shit, then you're never going to get to that stage in the first place, right? You're going to be slow, you're going to be sluggish. You're going to have fucking negative testosterone, all right? So boys, unstoppable nutrition. Fueling a high testosterone weapon like yourself. You want to focus on animal-based foods, so red meats, eggs, liver, bone marrow, nutrient-dense ancestral food. I mean, you look at like thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, you know, people like, I don't know, the Romans, gladiators. You would have been told as a kid, showing any sort of anger, any signs of frustration and rage was bad. It became a societal norm that you were taught that was bad if you expressed that. That if you showed any sort of hostility and rage towards somebody else, that you'd get in trouble. And we learned to essentially bury that rage. And we grow up not knowing anything different. Our most powerful primal emotion as men is rage and anger. And we've been taught to bury this from such a young age that as we grow up, we essentially become soft. We don't know how to express anger. That repression made us soft. It made us compliant and essentially emotionally cut off. What ends up happening is that your unexpressed anger becomes a part of your shadow. What you repress controls you, and what you integrate frees you. All this anger that you've had inside you as a kid, that you've been told you cannot let go, you cannot get it out of your system, you cannot show any sort of rage, you end up repressing. And in Jungian depth psychology, it explains the side of the shadow, whether anything you repress comes back to haunt you. You have a shadow side, which is essentially a part of your psyche that you wouldn't want anybody knowing about. You have to be able to reclaim that anger, to feel it, accept it, and transmute it if you want to truly regain that inner fire, that inner masculine energy. And this is why so many men these days are so weak, is because they don't have this rage. They don't have that controlled, masculine, aggressive drive. And without that, you will not be able to get anything done. A dangerous man is calm, focused, and grounded. Everyone feels his presence. Your power was never gone. It was just buried under years of conditioning, of teachers, of parents telling you that being angry is wrong. So boys, I hope this helps. And hopefully you can take something away from this and become a dangerous man. And yeah, boys, I'll catch you in the next one.